Hey guys, welcome back to the first update on Tropical Storm Dalila. Sorry I didn't really do any updates, been busy and stuff guys, but anyway, I'm back now with another update on Tropical Storm Dalila, which is 65 miles an hour and a pressure of 993 millibars. They are they do want this system to become a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm before it starts to weaken, but it is moving northwest at 10 miles an hour, and you can see there's tropical storm warnings along the coast of southern Mexico. You can see this is just a general track moving northwest. When it passes the Socorro Islands, you guys could get some tropical storm warnings, maybe, on the islands. Could get some weak tropical storm warnings. And this island here, well, obviously you'll get some rainfall and some gusty winds of probably about to like 30 to 35 miles an hour. Well, especially this island anyway. This other island, the big island of the Socorro Islands, you guys could get some heavy rainfall and some gusty winds about 40 miles an hour. So not really that that damaging, but it could still cause some damage. This is the discussion that they are picking, guys. So in 12 hours, the hint that this is going to get 65 miles an hour. It says here, Dalila continues to show signs of strengthening with a deep convection burst over the low-level center circulation. And curved banding features near the coast of southern Mexico. And curved banding features near the coast of southern Mexico. There is fairly large range of solar intensity estimates this morning from 45 to 65 knots, given the improvement satellite presentation. The initial intensity is raised to 50 knots for this advisory, and scatter monitor pass is scheduled over the system around 16 Zulu, which may give you a better estimate of surface winds. So they are going with, it says here, the storm is currently moving northwest at an estimate of 3010 knots. A mid-range ridge is boarding westward over northern Mexico, which should cause Dalila to gradually start boarding westward. Within the low-level winds flow, the latest NSE forecast is near the previous one and lies near the latest simple and corrected consensus. Dalila may be near peak intensity, which with only about 6 to 12 hours left, which with unfavorable environment. Thus, the NHC forecast shows slight strengthening today with a peak intensity of 55 knots along the forecast track. Slight strengthening today with a peak intensity of 55 knots along the forecast track. Dalila will move over much cooler sea surface temperatures tonight and steadily weaken, and eventually the system will struggle to produce convection. The National Hurricane Center intensity forecast is near the previous one. However, shows the system becoming a remnant low in 48 hours, although this could occur sooner. By day 4, models depict the remnant low dissipates into an open trough. Key messages: the outer bands of Tropical Storm Dalila will bring localized heavy rainfall to the coast of Mexican states as Michoacan and Guerrero through Sunday morning. Scattered areas of flooding and mudslides are expected, especially in the areas of steep terrain near the coast. Dalila is expected to produce tropical storm force winds across portions of the warning area today. Forecast predictions and max winds Obviously, they are expecting it to be 60 miles an hour. Obviously, in 12 hours, it's 65. So they are roughly saying it's going to be like 65-ish miles an hour. This is the forecast advisory though. Obviously. Public advisory. They are the key messages affecting land. Okay, rainfall. Additional rainfall amounts of 3 to 6 inches are expected across portions of the Mexican states of Michoacan and Guerrero through Sunday morning, with localized storm totals up to 9 inches near the coast. This rain will lead to areas of flooding and mudslides, especially in areas of steep terrain near the coast. Surf swells, generally tropical storm Dalila, will affect portions of the coasts. So yeah, that's Dalila, by the way. Obviously, we have another area of interest as well here, which the storm is number 1, offshore of Central America and southeastern Mexico. A broad area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave is located just off the Pacific coast of Costa Rica and is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the low, and a tropical depression could form by the middle of next week while moving westward or west-northwest just off the coast of El Salvador, Guatemala, and southern Mexico. So that's thingy. Right, that's Dalila. Now we'll look at the satellite imagery of Tropical Storm Dalila. We do have wutip out there right now, but I believe Dalila did not become a hurricane. It's 55 knots right now, but I will show you wutip in a second. Right, here's the JTWC on Tropical Storm wutip right now. Making landfall. It did become a typhoon, the last advisory. But if it is, it's overland now, over China. Did make landfall, a brief landfall over Hainan Island. But obviously when it came out, this is what the track did. So it went like this, and then obviously became a typhoon here. A brief typhoon though. It wasn't like 85 miles an hour. It did peak at 65 miles an hour, kind of ish. But yeah, it's now weakening. 55 knots, 40, and then obviously, and tomorrow it's going to tomorrow's going to be 40 knots. Monday it's going to be 30 knots. And then Monday again is going to be 20 knots. So 30 knots, 20 knots. That's like a 10 mile an hour decrease. But you can still get some rain in all of these parts of the cone. Even in Macau and Hong Kong, you can still expect some significant rainfall from this system. Because the Alabans are going to be big. You can still get some rainfall in Hong Kong and Macau. While this moves generally west northwest or east northwest or whatever. Nothing really to go on. Should have not done an update earlier. My apologies, guys. I know I'll keep on the updates. I promise you that. But I will show you right now though on the tropical tidbits real quick. Right, here's tropical tidbits. I showed you Tropical Storm Dalila. This is Tropical Storm wutip right now. Wutip did look pretty shocking on radar, but actually, it's actually running off convection again. Now, this could be the brown ocean effect. It could either be the brown ocean effect, or it could even be it just producing some convection. But like I said, Hong Kong and Macau are going to get some significant rainfall from this system. So if you live in those areas, just keep to your local agencies to see what they say about this system. But I will show you now the model runs. Obviously, I'll show you first the Atlantic, which is the most important part. You can see this high pressure system just dominating in the Atlantic. You can see an area of interest though, which just try and form it. Obviously, that moves into the East Pac, and obviously then we do have a couple of subtropical stuff areas. But yeah, nothing in the Atlantic. So that's pretty concerning, if you ask me. The Western Pacific, though, is meant to be booming in activity soon. Yeah, I mean, look at the 9. What was that? 988, which is like probably a strong tropical storm. 992, 993. So basically, yeah, we could have a tropical storm here, a tropical storm there, and a subtropical storm there, and a subtropical storm there. Bro, that's like 4 systems that we could have in the West Pac at the end of this month, which is pretty concerning. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Sorry for the lack of updates recently, guys. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned. More updates will be coming out as soon as we get new areas of interests or new systems forming, and I'll update you when we're going to get the E name storm or tropical depression 5 in the Eastern Pacific. So stay tuned for that, guys. But don't forget, as I say, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Stay safe from these hurricanes, typhoons, cyclones, and peace.